What is going on? It's Aaron and welcome to another Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain video on my channel, and today this video is for mission number 20, which is Voices. Now obviously this video is going to be an S rank walkthrough again, Foxhound as well, which is no enemy alerts, no kills, so perfect stealth, and of course we'll be getting all the mission tasks completed as well. In this mission there are 6 mission tasks. The first one is for extracting Chobani, and this one is the main mission task. You can't actually fail it if you do manage to complete the mission. Now the next two are a bit tricky. The first one is for hitting the floating boy, which is the Psycho Mantis looking character that you first seen in a hospital, and the other is for fighting off the man on fire. I'll explain how to do those, of course, later on in the video, but they do throw people off quite a bit, especially the first one. The next two, which is for finding an intel file, is obviously pretty self-explanatory, very easy. Another one is for extracting an African wild dog, which again is very easy, you'll see that in the video. But the final one, which is it's simple but it's just a bit time consuming, is listening to a conversation about some bodies. Again, in the video, if you just follow all the instructions, you'll see exactly how to do it. Like I said, it is a little bit long-winded. It makes the mission twice as long as it needs to be, but it is a necessary evil to complete that mission task. So without further ado, I'm going to get into the video and you'll see exactly how I did it. So in terms of the mission preparation screen and the equipment you'll be taking on the mission, this is another really straightforward one. For your main weapon, just take the cheapest, and when I say cheapest, I mean the item or the weapon, sorry, that costs the least GMP to take with you. Just get the cheapest assault rifle, a damaging assault rifle. So I take the very first one you start off with. It doesn't need to have a suppressor or anything fancy, just an automatic weapon that deals damage. Obviously you won't be killing anyone, but it is used for one mission task in particular. For your secondary weapon, again, as always, just stick with the silenced tranquilizer pistol. It's the most overpowered weapon in the game by far. And I've just noticed as well, some of those later upgrades for that gun look insane, man. So yeah, just use that like always. I think we'll be pretty much using that throughout the whole of the game. And the only other item I use is the empty magazines as well, just as a distraction. I use them for one guard, just to draw him away from his position, so just make sure you've got them with you. So it's the cheapest assault rifle you've got, the tranquilizer pistol, and the empty magazines as well, so pretty straightforward. I take D-Dog with me on this mission also. I think he's the best buddy in the game, primarily because he can sniff enemies out for you and have his own way of marking them, so you can get your binoculars out and mark them yourself permanently. I think that is an invaluable tool to take with you on this mission especially. The only other thing I think worth mentioning is pick your drop time for this mission to be 1800 hours. In my opinion, the guards present and the guard positions are a lot more favourable at this time, so take D-Dog with you and pick 1800 hours, and then we'll get into the mission. From this point onwards, I'm going to try and keep my commentary on this mission to a minimum, because I feel like most of it is self-explanatory. If you just follow what I'm doing, you should be fine. You might think some of the things I'm doing are a bit of a time waste or a bit trivial, but like for instance, getting in the back of a truck when you can just carry on and go and actually get to the place you need to go before, instead of waiting for the guy to drive you there. It is actually all part of the mission task completion procedure, so like I said, whatever you think I'm doing is a bit time wasting or whatever, it's not really. I think it works quite well. So I will pop in every now and again with little bits if I feel like I need to explain something further, but most of it should be in graphics on the screen anyway. So yeah, I will pop back in with additional bits of information, but until then, just carry on watching the video and you should be okay following exactly what I'm doing.
An outpost in a sunken road. Monoko Yanyoka, the snake's mouth. I get it. Looks like that's the only way to the objective area.
You'll see me do this quite a lot in my videos. Instead of leaving a guard stunned, knocked out or asleep, I'll actually wake them up and hold them up and make them lie prone on the ground. This is because unless they're physically spotted by a guard and he comes over, that soldier will lie on the ground and won't get up for the duration of the mission, which means you haven't got to worry about him raising an alert later on. So whenever you see me do that because rest assured the guards won't notice his comrade fallen and he will stay there until the mission ends and you've completed it.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Alsjeblieft.
Okay, so this is very important. There's no real need to get into this truck and let him take you to the next location that you need to get to. But this guard is the key to completing the final mission task, which is eavesdropping on a conversation between him and another soldier. The reason why I get into this truck and mark the guard is so you guys know exactly what guard it is to look out for. There's a little bit later on when you've got to let him catch up to you because you steam off ahead. But like I said, the only reason I get in this truck is just to make sure you guys know who he is. And obviously it's a bit more convenient than running to the next location. So in my opinion, I think it's best to stick with him now and you can break off later. But you'll see it all in the video, so keep watching in the video. But make sure you mark this guard for later on.
Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Ek het gehoor, Big Boss het hier op die grens opgelaag. Jy's nie ernstig nie. Ek bedoel, ek het gehoor die groot baas is terug en besig is. Glo my, ek het op goeie gesag. Blykbaar is dit ook Big Boss wat 'n ontploffing by die nou oorval veroorsaak. Die kom sal hy 'n brandstoftank op.
Intel file obtained.
Picked up an intel file. Looks like a map to the objective area. It's on your iDroid.
The map has been updated. Caution, raid approaching. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
They've got a guard post there. Security sure is tight. If they don't want anyone poking around.
Remember that guard we was talking about earlier in the truck? Okay, so now we have to wait for him to get to us. He's currently in the camp where we picked up that intel file. So we've got to wait for him to get back into his truck and make his way over to us where we are now and talk to those two guards we tagged a minute ago. What will happen then is he'll leave his truck at the gates and he'll proceed to the last location on foot. So when he gets out of his truck and makes his way down the valley, we've got to go behind him just to ensure we're not seen. When he does get, and you'll see all this in the video of course, but when he does get to the last location, that's where the conversation for the mission task will take place. So it might seem like I'm just sitting here lying down doing nothing, taking a breather, but I'm not. I'm actually waiting for the guard. But you'll see in the video, just follow exactly what I'll do and you'll have no problem getting that last mission task.
Analysis complete.
Haka het nuwe instruksies vir jou. Vir luggiewag vorentoe.
Hæ?
Sy skof is verby en ons het 'n tekort aan mannekrag.
Verstaan. Waarna toe gaan ek?
Die wagpos voor die tonnel. Kom, slaan koers die woud in.
Reg.
Hou jou oë oop. Die digte mis verdamp trend nooit. Dan's daar stories oor hulle
Hallo?
bose geeste. Duiwels wat fluister en vloek en wie weet wat als. Die laaste ou, hy's by die tonnel in en kyk. Wees dit versigtig. Gaan nou.
Ja, meneer.
Miss, supposedly the value ahead is covering this almost year-round. We have to very easily on there. Which spot? Looks like it's down through the valley.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
There's a cliff blocking the way to the objective area. You'll have to take the path.
Jere wordt ervan. Onthou net, die doolhof wordt net buiten weg. We need ons.
Daar iets spesiaal aan die kant.
Nie nuuskierig raak nie. Jy is soos die ander bestuurder op myne.
Daar het iets met hom te doen.
Hy het hierdie dom gegaan en die fabriek aan die ander kant gesien. Toe sy gewete siek op hom. Want hy probeer om die mense te bevroeg. Daai tydstip was ek aan diens by die stasie. Ek het hom druk gestop. Ek het nie geweet wat om te doen. Rapporteer aan bevel. Voor ek aangaan het 'n span opgedag net daar en dan geskiet. Verbrand in die hele vragmotor. Almal binne en alles was weg in die boot. Wat maak dit saak? Wees op jou been, bly en vader.
The father purchased the rifle used in the crime at his local gun store 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was
Now we're on the final part of the mission and we're about to wrap things up with the last 3 mission tasks. The first one is extracting Shabani, and you cannot fail that. It's mandatory. It is the mission objective, so just proceed onwards with that. Don't even worry about that. Now the last 2, one for defeating the man on fire and the other one for hitting the floating boy. These can be a bit tricky, but if you follow the video you'll see exactly how to do it. The man on fire's weakness, as we know from the hospital, is water. So there's a couple of water tanks which I'll show you in the warehouse building that we passed through, that you can destroy and it will slow him down. Now while the man on fire is slowed down and doused out, you can try and shoot the floating boy, and this is where the automatic weapon comes in handy. Every time you try and shoot the floating boy you actually won't hit him. He'll evade every attack until you fire roughly 20 shots, and then the last one after that will actually hit him and the mission objective will be complete. So if it seems like I'm wasting my time, again, just, you know, failing, hitting him, you're not doing anything wrong and I'm not doing anything wrong. Just keep firing and eventually the last bullet will hit him. So just use the same water tanks I used in the video in the same order I used, because then you can try and Fulton the man on fire when he's down and when the floating boy's gone, and that will count as defeating him. If you try and Fulton the man on fire while the floating boy is still there without shooting him, he'll keep cutting the Fulton ropes and you actually won't try and extract him. So that's it. If you just try and follow the video, you will finish the last 3 mission tasks without a hitch.
As always, boss. Now hurry up and take the chopper out of there. Wait, you want to extract him? Good idea. I want to know what he really is. Get on with it, boss.
And there you go, that's all 6 mission tasks complete. The man on fire has been defeated and you have finally hit the floating boy. That last one took me ages, by the way. I couldn't figure out how to do it. I tried to drop bloody crates on him and everything like quiet. Didn't work out. So that's it. The only thing left to do now is get in a vehicle. You don't even have to get in a vehicle, but I do because it looks cool as fuck. Get in the vehicle and just drive out of the tunnel, and the mission will end once you've left the hot zone. So that's it. Thanks very much for watching once again. Really do appreciate it. The support on the 2 videos I've uploaded before this have been amazing. Again, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And any constructive criticism is always appreciated. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.
Amazing. Mission complete. That right there is why you're the best, boss. The one and only.